Hello, fabulous Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of April 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It's an amazing month in love for you. I touched on this in the generalized horoscope, the general forecast, but I will say love-focused horoscope, wonderful things happening in the context of love, especially in the second part of the month. So in the early part of the month, we have an eclipse happening. Now, this eclipse is a game-changing kind of eclipse for just about everybody out there. Everyone's going to be experiencing this. I mean, I think as the month starts, if you look around, see the people around you, people are going through changes right about now. Dynamics are shifting. People are understanding themselves and their place in the world and in life and in what they do in relation to what they do very differently. Sort of rose-colored glasses are coming off as well, and we're sort of allowing truth to come out into the light. And so as part of this, now this eclipse does speak largely to friendships for you, as I, again, talked about in the general focus horoscope. However, it is likely to be, there's some relation here to partnership and possibly to love as well, partners as well. And I think it is going to be those of you who are in an established bond that are going to feel this connection between what's happening on the level of love and what's happening on the level of friendship and change all around. But also, I do think that what's happening on a level of what you want in love is going to also speak to your friendships as well. So, for example, in the early part of the month, it may be that a conversation with a friend encourages you to see your love dynamic differently. And it might actually not be that good advice. It might also be, I gotta say, that a friend comes to you with information about your partner. And it seems that it does take you a little bit by surprise. Now remember, when I look at this, this is Mercury, okay? Mercury in opposition to this eclipse. While there is this truth-telling moment, remember there's always more than one side to any story. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle, so you want to consider that, okay, before you have too strong of a reaction. The other thing also with this is it might actually be you sitting down with a partner and talking about love and what, you know, talking about another person that helps you see that dynamic differently. So sometimes our partners become friends as well, especially if we're in a committed relationship, we've known them for a while. And as we're talking out different aspects of our life, it helps us to understand those areas that much better. So it might be that you come to your partner, something unrelated, having to do with a friendship, and that makes you see a friendship in a whole other light. And it might be something totally small, not even a big consequential thing that your partner says that gets sort of your mind going in new directions as well. Now, here's the other thing that I thought about this. Those of you who are, as far as this eclipse goes, okay? If you are in, so that's so far I've talked about if you're in an established bond as far as the eclipse goes. If you are open, if you're sort of have somebody in your sphere, this has more to do with you thinking about do they fit in with your friends or not? And is it really the friends that you don't want to have around so much or them? And, you know, as I said before, to me, I do think that especially where it comes to, you know, a friend sort of approaching you and saying, look, your partner, I saw your partner do this, or your partner said this, or whatever. This is going to be sort of truth time for you as well to look at, okay, does this fit, right? Again, the truth is usually somewhere in the middle, but that likelihood of you getting information through a friend about someone that you're just dating becomes that much more likely, becomes that much more emphasized. And as far as the eclipse goes, for those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, I do think that with this eclipse, there is a suggestion here that you may start to realize that where your friends are in love is different from either where you are or, more importantly, where you want to go in love. And so, for example, if you're a straight woman, but everybody around you, all your friends are gay men, that's awesome. They're great. It's wonderful. Friendship is awesome, no matter who it is, right? Regardless of those superficial things. But it might sort of give you a moment to think that, okay, I'm really never around any straight guys. And so if that's the case, you're going to have to ask yourself, okay, why? If you know that you're straight. and then figure out how you're going to find that balance where you still have your friends that you love and support you and give you what friends do give each other, and yet you're opening yourself up to more love and sort of looking at where it is that you have barriers within you and how they're manifesting. So that's one way. It may also be that your friends are, you know, like sort of these, they like having fun. They enjoy their lives. They're not looking for relationships at all. And that's the lifestyle that they live. They live a lifestyle in alliance with people not looking for relationships. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, if I'm spending all my time with these people, am I meeting the type of people that are going to like allow me to move into that world of committed relationship? Now, what you don't want to do is blame your friends for anything, because friends ultimately are there to love each other, to accept each other. So you don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is take ownership for the people you surround yourself with, and to find that right sweet spot, to find that right place where you feel that they are reflecting where it is that you want to go as well. And you can find that right balance, absolutely. If a friend is a good friend to you, even if you're seeing them in a whole other light, it doesn't mean necessarily that there's anything wrong with them or that you necessarily need to cut them out unless it feels right, unless it feels like, whoa, I'm going in this direction and you are going in that direction, and that's okay. And this could also be playing out, I gotta say, in the realm of kids as well. So if you are expecting a child or you have children, it may be that you're looking at your friendships differently and realizing, okay, wait a minute, does this feel right with what it is that I'm trying to do for my child? Having this person around, does it feel right for whatever reason? So that's the eclipse. Now, those of you, let me progress a little bit and say, later in the month, in the second part of the month, we have a new moon happening in a very romantic part of the sky. And this new moon does suggest sort of passion that leads to believing in love, believing in the fairy tale, okay? So there's an element here of maybe feeling a little swept off your feet. There's an element here of feeling like a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of creative energy here, okay? And so those of you who are in an established bond, now the energy does change, it always changes. So far I've talked about the first half of the month, that's the energy that's dominant. In the second part of the month, the energy does change. So it becomes very romantic. If you are in an established bond, this is about enjoying the other person's company more, integrating romance into your everyday lives more. Those of you dating somebody, this is a really good moon for dating somebody because you're enjoying their company that much more, finding more reasons to love them, to feel a stronger bond to them. Those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, I mean, this is a moon of getting your flirt on in a big way, in a passionate way. And I gotta be honest, not a lot of I'm not seeing a lot of stable energy this month, okay? But I am seeing energy that does suggest enjoying your life and enjoying yourself, and that in turn makes you very attractive to another person, and enjoying the moment. That's really what it comes down to, allowing things to be light in the beginning so that you can plant those seeds that might manifest into something more meaningful a little further down the road. What I love about this month for you is it is about being honest with yourself and taking ownership for your experience in love. Don't project any limitations on other people. It's nobody else's fault that you are where you are in the context of love. It is wholly your responsibility and really your work. If you don't like where you are in love, it is your work to realize what it is that is within you so that you can change that and be more open to the type of love that you require, whether that's within an established bond or with somebody new. And this month, the universe is going to give you lots of opportunities, not only to learn more about yourself and what you want, which way you're going, but also to actually have experiences that leave a memorable impact.